Hello, and thank you for joining me for Ask Gardener Lynn. You know, gardening can be a bit tricky sometimes, and just a little bit of help can turn a troubled garden around. So let's keep those gardens on track. Our question today comes from Jack. He lives in Zone 8, and his question is, how do I store my potatoes for the winter if I don't have a root cellar? This is a really good question, Jack, and there's 3 ways that I like to preserve extra potatoes for the winter. So my favorite way is to store the potatoes in the root cellar, or you can do it in a refrigerator. So to do this, go ahead and harvest them, wash the soil off, and then let the skins harden up for a few days in a warm place out of the sun. And then I put them in a bag that has holes in them and put them in the root cellar or in a refrigerator. If your garage is between 35 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit, then you can store them in a dark place and they should be good for about 8 weeks. Okay, so if it's not possible to store them, you can process them. And I like to process the broken and the damaged pieces right away. So I will either freeze them or dehydrate them. You can the potatoes, but it takes a pressure cooker and over an hour of cooking to get them to where they will store in a jar. And this is really not my favorite method. I doubt there's a vitamin left when you get done with boiling them at pressure for an hour. So I like the other methods better. Alright, so for the broken and the damaged potatoes, I like to make frozen hash browns. So I will shred them with or without the peels. I drop them into boiling water and I leave them in the water until the water boils up again. And then I strain out the shreds and put them in a sink full of cold water. Now once they cool, I drain off the water and put them in the freezer bags, or I shape them into little patties and freeze them on a cookie sheet. So they will keep for a few years. Once they're frozen, the patties you can bag, or you can just go straight into the bag with the shreds that are not frozen. And they'll keep for a couple years this way in the freezer. The one nice thing about the patties is you can have individual portions and you can get out as many patties as you want to cook up. So the third way is to dehydrate your potatoes. So you want to slice the potatoes into 1/8 inch rounds with or without the peels. You're going to drop them into the boiling water and leave them there until the water boils up again. And then strain out the rounds and put them in a sink full of cold water. Now once they cool, you want to drain the water off. You can pat them dry and put them on your dehydrator racks. You're going to dry them at 135 for 8 hours-ish, or until they become brittle. And you want to store them in an airtight container. I like to use glass canning jars. It's a great way to store dehydrated items. And then to eat them, you just cook the potatoes in boiling water to rehydrate them. You know, it's so much fun to have your own garden vegetables all winter long, and potatoes are easy. You know, you might want to give them a try. You'll be really glad that you did. So if you have a garden question that you'd like answered, please click on the link below this video and submit your question. If you'd like to learn more about high-performance gardening and want to see us grow a whole season of vegetables week by week for 33 weeks, then go ahead and sign up for the High Performance Garden Show. So in the show, we follow a high-performance garden from seed to putting it to bed at the end of the season. And this is the best insider's look at watching everything that we do with the vegetable plants week after week all season long. And we'll even show you a professional trellising system for your garden. The show is free, it's online, and you can watch it anytime. So go to our website, thelivingfarm.org/high-performance-garden-show, and you can sign up there, or you can click the link below. So please subscribe to our channel for more high-performance gardening information and submit your garden questions so you can get the answers that you need. So I want to thank you for watching, and until next time, may your garden be easy, fun, productive, and always organic.